Once, it must have been the year 1989, a guy named Collier lived here. But he wasn't doing well. Day in and day out, always the same chores.
So, my dears, now I'll water you. Always remember, guys, if you have something that means something to you, never let it go. That applies to you too, Isolde. So, anyone still thirsty? And you, Richard? Just as withered as I am. Us too. Always waiting our turn. Never making a fuss. Work in the morning, home in the evening. To hell with it. We're better than that. Don't worry, my dears. I'll take care of you now. No, my disappearing housemate still hasn't reported back. His letter must be still in the mail. Sorry, the idea's just too funny for me. But don't worry, I'm not like Mirko. I won't abandon you. None of you is dying on my watch. I believe in integrity and loyalty. I don't shirk my responsibilities, unlike some people. What the? I think I'm seeing ghosts. Eric, you little snitch. Did you see anything?
No, nothing here. Nothing at the window either.
Thank you, Eric. Did Mirko leave the window open when he left? Or was it me? Last week? Ooh, this place could do with some airing out. I feel like something just flew in through the window. Hey Eric, any news from down there? Spotted any bandits looking to fleece the Republic?
The anti-fascist protection rampart will still be standing in 50 years, 100 years even, if the reasons behind it haven't been resolved.
Be careful, Eric. Your can of food is far away and you can't get to it by yourself. Window after window. The television tower, a triumph of socialist construction. A neo-Gothic church made of brick. I see it every day from over here, but I'd really like to see it from the inside. Who knows, maybe someday. The building down there probably used to be a cinema. The people down below wouldn't have thrown the plane, or would they? Can't see anything. Where did that paper plane come from? Maybe from the west? I wonder what it's like over there, on the other side of the wall. I guess we'll never know. At least, not in the next 50 or 100 years. Did something just move? It wasn't a ghost after all. Something really did flutter in. A paper plane with writing on it. What is this? Airmail from the west? Hey, you there. Your orchid's head is hanging very low. So's yours. Do you maybe need some water? Or someone to talk to? Ah, there's a telephone number. And there's more. Greetings from the other side? They're asking if I need someone to talk to, Eric. Someone actually went through the trouble of throwing a paper aeroplane over the wall. Over the wall! Then it lands in the hands of the biggest loser east of the west.
Don't be so hard on yourself, comrade. At least you're reliable at consistently failing.
Oh, thank you. Very empathetic, Eric. There's a phone number here. Do you know what that means?
Based on the area code, this number is from the other side. In other words, a fascist number. Calling it would be an incredibly stupid idea.
Thanks for the assessment, Eric. I never knew there were so many ways to fold a piece of paper. I'm choosing this model. Looks like it's the easiest. What should I even write? Alright, let's see. Hello, mysterious stranger. Thank you for your letter. I'm afraid water alone won't be enough. At least, not for me. The orchid is not actually an orchid. It is, in fact, a toad lily. My old housemate left it behind along with me. No, I better leave out that part. Okay. Somehow, I now feel like I'm being watched. Who are you anyway? Best wishes. One side's turned out a bit wonky. I hope it doesn't affect the aerodynamics.
Don't even think about it, Kolya.
And how exactly are you going to stop me, Eric? Know anything about paper planes, Eric?
Neither an ox nor a donkey is able to stop the progress of socialism.
Thanks. Very helpful. Now, just to aim it correctly. Here it goes. Woohoo!
You've told the story already.
Oh, really? Let me think. There's more where that came from.
The telephone. That must be Esther.
Joseph?
Esther?
I'm on my way now. Once I arrive, come down to the street when I sound my horn.
Must we? Really? I am old, Esther. And I do not feel like making such a long journey.
I know, Joseph, but we have no other choice. Take your time. I will be waiting. Have you packed yet?
I really don't know what I should pack, Esther.
Do not worry, Joseph. We made a list together, remember? It should be next to the telephone.
Yes, I have it here. Thank you, Esther. What would I do without you?
Pack your things. Until then, Joseph.
Warm jacket, passport, lucky shoes, grandfather's pocket watch, razor, journal, and maybe my treasured camera. Where should I even begin? My parents on their wedding day. I am glad that they don't have to experience any of what's going on here. This little book holds the telephone numbers of my friends and acquaintances. So many of them have already left. When I moved in here, having a telephone was something quite special. Whoever moves in after me will certainly be happy to have it. Uncle Benjamin, with the twins. A shame we lost contact with each other.
Ruhe! Ruhe da oben! Bringt man euch Dreckspack ein anständiges Laufen bei!
She cannot hear me. I've barely moved. Miss Hermann. She doesn't say hello anymore, but she's not above that sort of thing. A landscape by a painter who was always sitting on the bridge. What became of him? I haven't seen him for a while. The oven has been out of commission ever since I have used it to store my highly flammable treasures. This table was already in the apartment when I moved in. It will also remain here after I leave. I've always thought about all those who have sat here before me, and those who might sit here after me. My father as a young man. My dear mother. Paris, c'est une fête. My first cinema ticket. It was Der Raubmord am Spandauer Schifffahrtskanal in 1896. The Edison Theater on Friedrichstraße. I knew straight away that that was the life for me. My second home before the fire. I have a distinguished Pinot Gris from 1928. It isn't kosher, though, but nobody needs to know. Reminders of my old life. A good day starts with a good shave. This could be useful, but without the camera? The keys to the cinema are inside. I don't know why, but I don't want to leave them behind, even if there's no longer any door to come back to. Not much is left on my list. Not much is left on my list. There's something funny about that clock. I took this photograph myself, but I forgot where. Plutonia by Vladimir Obruchev. I love Russian adventure novels. Hopefully, I'll also find some in France. Lieschen and Esther pooled their money to give me this painting of the Oberbaum Bridge for my 50th birthday. I kept telling them they didn't have to get me anything. My lucky shoes could be in there, but I can't reach. My lucky shoes. Old shoes are always the most comfortable to wear, though they could do with some new soles. I'm taking my lucky shoes with me. I'm going to need some luck. Just a few items left. Esther. That must be her. Hopefully no one noticed. I'll be down soon, Esther. Give me a few more minutes. Hello? To whom am I speaking? Is anybody there? They just hung up. This has been happening for a few weeks now. A trip to the moon. Thanks to Méliès, we could set foot on the moon for the very first time. What a sensational movie reel. Oh, look. I shouldn't forget this lovely item. There's even some film still left inside. Maybe I can take a picture with it. One last shot. What will I photograph? Wonderful. I'll develop the image once I've set up my laboratory somewhere. The Great Train Robbery by Edwin S. Porter. I love imported movies from America. 11 minutes of pure excitement. Workers leaving the Lumière factory in Lyon. This is the first movie by the Lumières, so I should keep it safe. Though honestly, this movie reel didn't sweep me off my feet. Am Abend. Oh, this movie is a little more risky, I must admit. Die große Wette. This fantastic movie plays out in the distant future, the year 2000. It features the great Harry Peel as the Electric Man. What will the world look like in the year 2000? Esther's car. She's waiting for me. I must hurry. These are spreading faster than the Spanish flu. There it was. My cinema. Just the sight of it is still difficult to bear even now. All those years of everyone being entertained and enthralled. But where were they when it went up in flames? I was able to save the projector from the fire. I'd always hoped to repair it someday. That I could maybe make a fresh start. But some things just cannot be fixed, I guess. I could pack all the movie reels in boxes, but Esther has no space for them. We agreed on one suitcase per person. I hope the movies end up in good hands. The arrival of a train at La Ciotat station by the Lumières. Apparently viewers leapt out of their seats in fright as the train came toward them. Even if that isn't true, it was a good advertisement. Married Life by David Vogel. A writer falls for a femme fatale. The whole story takes place in Vienna, Austria. Very nice, but not essential. The Great Train Robbery by Edwin S. Porter. I love imported movies from America. 11 minutes of pure excitement. Workers leaving the Lumière factory in Lyon. This is the first movie by the Lumières, so I should keep it safe. Though honestly, this movie reel didn't sweep me off my feet. My 1932 tax return. For once, something I won't miss. Ariane, a Russian girl by Claude Anet. The adventurous Ariane leads a wild life beyond virtue. Men fall at her feet. She meets Constantine and both of them try to stop falling in love with each other. Unsuccessfully, I can say that much. I always said to Esther that romance novels keep me young. But this has to stay here. The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. Whether the frame story of the film is actually for or against a trust in authority will always be a puzzle to me. All Quiet on the Western Front. Playing this movie was a risk, but I did it anyway, even if there was a massive outcry. The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. To me it feels like the darkness is taking over the canvas. Der Raubmord am Spandauer Schifffahrtskanal bei Berlin. One of the first movies that wanted to tell a story instead of just reflecting reality. A Woman of Paris. Everyone expected another comedy from Chaplin, and then he came out with this deep melodrama. Audiences weren't grateful, unfortunately, so I had to stop showing it much too early. Blonde Venus. The movie is no masterpiece, but La Dietrich wears a gorilla costume, which is something I certainly won't forget. A young writer sent me this screenplay. I liked him, but the script was, never mind. It is terrible, but his passion for writing impressed me. There's from my list here. The Trial by Franz Kafka. I once met Kafka at Askanischer Hofhotel, and I wanted him to sign my book. Well, it didn't seem like a good time. Sometimes it's better not to meet your idols. The Road Back by Erich Maria Remarque. Soldiers tried to return home after the Great War. Luckily, I was already so old back then that I was spared any of that. A tidy desk is a desk that isn't being worked at. Metropolis. A vision of the future is something only movies can provide. This was shortly after its opening. Esther, Lieschen, and the boys from the block, everybody pitched in. I cannot do anything with this right now. I no longer have any idea what these keys unlock. This is not the right key. This one doesn't fit either. The key fits. My old journal. I stopped writing in it after this entry. The most painful day of my life.
Dad? Dad?
Just a minute, sweetie.
I'm going downstairs. Okay?
Okay, I'll be right there. Only this one floorboard now. What have we got here? This should be redone. Lots of little glass pieces. That's strange. I'm done for today. Some things are like a silent witness to the past. I'll leave this work by an unknown artist until the very end. Maybe Lily will help me with the paint. It's pretty rotten. I wouldn't even touch it with pliers. I'll just leave everything as it is until tomorrow. Everything I find here kind of tells a story. I discovered this little paper plane behind some wallpaper. Time to call it a day.